If you find yourself tossing and turning at night and being unable to sleep, then this video is for you. Here are the main reasons why you can't sleep well. Alright, so lack of sleep is something that I'm sure we've all dealt with at some point or another in our lives. No matter how perfect our sleep schedule is, there's gonna be that time where stuff just gets thrown off and it happens. But if you guys are like noticing that a couple nights out of the week you are unable to get a full night of rest, then you're probably dealing with like some of the things that we're gonna talk about in this video, and this should really help you out. So, with me personally, I've noticed throughout my entire teenage life that sometimes I just can't sleep, and I always try and find a reason for it because that's kind of just what I do. I always try to find reasons for the stuff that I'm experiencing, and these are the ones that I've came up with. If you read the title of the video, you probably know how many reasons I'm going to talk about, but I don't even know. I'm just going off the dome here. But the main reason why I've noticed that I can't sleep is just because I've had a bad day. Now this probably sounds pretty silly, but me personally, I know that when I have like a day that wasn't that great, I often think about it before bed. There's an easy solution for this one. Basically just think about everything that happened in the day and find the good in it instead of the bad. I'm sure something good happened that day. I'm sure the day was not as bad as you're making it out to be. And if you do think it was a really bad day, then it's just going to be harder to sleep because you're going to be worried about it. And just think about it. Tomorrow's a new day. It doesn't really matter how bad the day was because the day is gone. For example, yesterday I wasted 3 or 4 hours just watching Stranger Things. And yes, I knew I was gonna watch it, but I did kind of binge the entire thing in one day, which put me in a weird mental state going to sleep, and it took me some time to fall asleep. Stuff like that. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a bad day with bad stuff happening, but even an unproductive day, it'll be harder to fall asleep. And then tying into this concept, not being able to turn off your mind is a big one. Thinking about stuff that bothers you is something that I do a lot before bed. I always think about the stuff that bothers me. And basically what I do to combat this and to kind of help with this is I start journaling. I've been journaling actually a decent amount lately. I've had that dream journal for the last 3 years now, but in terms of just regular journaling, I wasn't really consistent with that. But now I'm getting into it. I basically just take my phone, put it on airplane mode, and just open up the notes app and write the things that are coming to my mind. And this helps with knowing that you're not going to forget, because I feel a lot of the times I worry about thinking about these things and then forgetting about them, because they are definitely important things. It's not like I'm just thinking about nonsense, but it's not necessarily something that you can take action towards while you're trying to go to sleep. There's no point of that. So write it down, that way you know that it's there and you don't have to worry about it as much. And journaling always helps. Even if it only helps a little marginal amount, it still helps. So yeah, if you're having a lot of thoughts and can't turn off your brain, journal. People meditate. I haven't really gotten into the whole meditation thing. I plan to at some point, but so far it hasn't happened. So I can't recommend something that I haven't personally been doing, but I have been journaling. So I am going to recommend that. So that's the first reason. It's kind of a broad one, but negative thoughts. I'm just going to say negative thoughts as a whole. So the second reason why you might not be able to go to sleep on time or struggling to get a good night's sleep is because you're disrupting your circadian rhythm, which is basically like your 24-hour internal stopwatch. And if you're laying your head on your pillow at a different time every day, waking up at a different time every day, it'll be much, much harder to maintain a good sleep schedule. This is something that I do a lot. Like yesterday I went to bed at like 1, day before I went to bed at like 1, and then like a few days before that I went to bed at like 10. It's just really bad, and you don't want to be doing this because first of all it's literally pointless. Second of all, it's a lack of discipline. And third of all, it actually messes up your sleep. So, try and get to bed at one time every day. I found that the earlier that you wake up, the better your day is. Especially if you went to sleep early. That's how I feel. But maybe you guys feel like if you go to bed at 12 and wake up at 10, that's a good sleep schedule for you. Who knows? It's to each their own. But for me, I think earlier is best, but it's really hard to stick to it for some reason. It's like one of the hardest things to stick to. I don't really know why, but I think it's because in the moment we don't associate a lot of importance with getting a good night's sleep because like we're doing something that we enjoy or something like that. And yeah, it's just, it's hard to stick to, but it'll eventually come with time. And then the third reason why you're not getting enough sleep at night is like that you're doing things that make you not sleep. For example, eating sweets is a huge one. If you eat like a bar or like a fruit, even a fruit, it'll like keep you up at night. And that's just not what you want. It's not cool. And it's frustrating because you'll be literally laying there. Sometimes I'll be laying there just like trying not to go to the bathroom a million times because I just ate a bunch of fruits. So definitely watch out for eating really anything before bed, but especially stuff with sugar in it. Avoid that at all costs. And then the other thing that I can think of is like you're on your phone before bed. That's probably the biggest reason. And I am so freaking guilty of this one. Wow, I'm really bad with this. I absolutely need to get better with this. For a while I wasn't going on my phone right when I woke up, but I completely fell off of that habit. So we're gonna have to fix that. If you're going on your phone before bed, there you go. That's literally why you can't sleep. But these are the main reasons why I think that sleep deprivation happens. And if we nip these in the bud, we should sleep well and be all good to go. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you all later. Peace.